Hey folks, Champeska bringing another audio commentary. Today, a game between Moon and Fly. This is game one for best of three from Shadow League, which is gotten going now, and we're just in the group stage now. So obviously, it's still this is old school. This is new school versus new school because apparently Moon is a new player. I'm not really sure how they use that definition. Actually, Fly sending his Fly actually going for an interesting thing there, which you don't often see. He sent his third peon into gold, and then as soon as one came back from gold, he sent it to build the barracks. Maybe that mines gold just slightly faster. I think it must. And the reason he did that rather than what you generally do is because this is vertical, as you can see, and you can't get extra speed from microing your peons when it's at a right angle. I believe that's correct, at least. And so I guess this is slightly faster. I've never actually seen that, but it was just sort of fortunate that I was looking, really. I generally don't notice those types of things. And Demon Hunter versus Blade Master, and Moon, I think no Ancient of War up, at least not what I can see on the mini map. So I think he's going to be going for Hunt build, which obviously on Twisted Meadows is very standard. And personally, I think this is a bit of a orc favored map against elf. But I was talking to someone yesterday who actually thinks it's an elf based map. So I guess it's sort of up for grabs. So I think the fact that you can't really go dots on this map means that it's a bit orc favored. And Moon has now scouted Fly, and second burrow now going up as well. You'll notice it's fairly undefended, and actually there's going to be a gap here he's not going to be able to fill really ever, because there's no building that's a good enough size to put there. And meanwhile, Moon now putting up, yes, there it is. There's the Huntress Hall and Agent of War. So we are going to be seeing Huntress's build, and we'll have to see whether or not he goes for second Huntress or second Agent of War, or if he goes for tech. And Fly now chasing down this Wisp. He's in Windwalk, so I don't think Moon will know to detonate it. But yeah, and he gets the Wisp, so that's 25 experience. But meanwhile, Moon's now caught onto this peon, and hopefully the peon will sacrifice itself to the creeps, will it? No, unfortunately not. And Fly now creeping Moon's orange, and he probably will just creep the two wardens because Moon's now come in here, and also if it's in such an exposed place, you don't really want to be risking it. Meanwhile, Fly now creeping this spot, but Moon will scout this. He has a Wisp here. You'll notice there's a place just here where there's only one tree, so you can put a Wisp on and get decent vision at least. I'll show you what vision he gets. That's the vision Moon gets from just that one Wisp. So it's very worthwhile having a Wisp there, especially if you're playing against Orc and they're likely to try and just item creep for the one tome that's there. And Moon does get the detonate there, and let's just check. Moon is teching and building a Huntress, and the second one's on the way. And you'll notice Moon's just so good at putting Wisps at really good tactical places. And Fly's now teching as well. Moon's actually scouted this. It's actually quite interesting. Fly put a peon in his burrow just to get one free hit off on that Wisp. It's a bit odd. Maybe he doesn't have any units around either. Moon now putting up a Ancient Protector with that Wisp. So he might be going for some sort of push. I imagine since he is teching, it's more going to be a bit of a distraction, a delay tactic rather than a all-in push, because you can't really push with a couple Huntresses, a couple Dryads, or anything like that. And Moon's still just really harassing. He only has one Huntress out, maybe two Huntresses out. Yeah, there we go. And meanwhile, Fly is now item creeping this. But you'll notice actually a very nice move from there by Moon. He moves his Fly should be careful. Moon moves his Huntress into range so that it draws some of the creeps. It moves the Trapper, which allows one of the ogres to attack Fly, and that really means he takes a lot more damage. And obviously Fly aware of the potential threat of Nature Protector, and this is something you really need to be if you're playing against Moon especially, but any elf that's going Huntresses and then either teching or not teching, is that Ancient Protectors can actually work fairly well against Orc, as long as you are quite tactical about where you place them. And Fly has quite a low health Blade Master, and one of his grunts is fairly low, and the other two are sort of medium, and Moon now running in. I think this could be a bad move really, because he looks like he could actually get surrounded here. Yeah, he does. Oh no! Oh, very, very nice by Moon actually, finding just a tiny space there for his Demon Hunter to get out. And I'm not sure now. Moon doesn't have a staff or anything, so he would have had to use his TP. Meanwhile, the Ancient Protector is now coming in. It was scouted, but it was too late. And oh, Fly just missing another surround there, and Moon's actually taking a lot of damage on his Demon Hunter, so he have to run it back. But he has a Huntress hidden in the back of the base. I'm not sure really what the use of this is, but I guess it's there just to do a bit of blocking really, and he brings it out now as well. And one grunt is really low, and will it die? No, it actually gets microed back. Moon, I think, switched focus, which is a bit odd, but I guess we all make mistakes sometimes, and Fly just sort of bringing in all his peons as well to attack. I don't think he has pillage. It would be very weird if he had pillage, because he's just tier 2, so I think he's probably wasting a bit more economy than he should be, because he's not going to have... Oh, he does have a bit of them, but I don't think he has enough though. Building a Shadow Hunter second, this is very standard against Huntresses, obviously, because even if they do go Huntresses and then subsequently dots, you just don't want to have the risk of them ever going bears, so you really have to go Shadow Hunter no matter what, just in case. And Keeper of the Grove second, I really like Keeper of the Grove against Dork. It's not seen that commonly, but against the Blade Master I think it's very useful, just because it keeps it in one place, it can't just wind walk away, and you can really pile on a lot of damage, especially with Elf, which have such high DPS units. And this one Huntress getting Hex, and Moon actually bringing in a Wisp to detonate to get rid of the Hex, but it's a bit too late. And Entangle being used on a second grunt, and it looks like 2 grunts will be lost for Moon, but he has to bring his Demon Hunter back. He's going to have to use some more Moon Juice as well. And this Keeper of the Grove almost gets surrounded there actually. It's very close, and we might see a Hex here from the Shadow Hunter in a second. At least he doesn't have quite enough mana, but both heroes really low now, but Moon does have lots of Moon Juice, so he probably will be okay. And Ancient of Wonders almost done, so probably... Oh, he doesn't stick around to buy a staff. That's a bit odd. And Bears, actually, very fast Bears, not even going for any Dryads. So obviously that's very good for anti-raiders, but I like to build at least one Dryad, even if not getting Abolish, just for the slowing effects. But Abolish is so good against Hex, like it just sort of works out quite well. I think if you build one, and then you can also with your second one get the upgrade, and it means that you have sort of a bear slightly later, but you do get a hunter, you do get a Dryad, which I think is well worth it. And level 2 on the Demon Hunter, getting Bone Chimes, which is obviously going to be very useful considering he's going fast bear.